Kia ora. I'm Meredith and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist based in Wellington, New Zealand, and I'm passionate about teaching people all about hypnosis and I guess creating a really empowering mindset. Today's topic is going to be one that's a bit close to my heart, and it's dealing with extreme stress, those pockets of your life where you don't know what's coming until it arrives, and then you have to deal with it one moment at a time. So buckle up. I hope you enjoy this one. Extreme stress. Well, I haven't been broadcasting for the last 3 weeks. If you've been following this channel, you've probably noticed my absence. I have been around, but my elderly mother is now tucked up safely in a private hospital, and I've had to deal with that for the last 3 weeks. And it got me thinking about those moments in life where you get the dreaded phone call and you have to drop your world and go and deal with whatever comes your way. And I think in a lifetime we do have those pockets where we're not planning ahead for that. It just out of the blue happens. So I found myself buying a ticket for ridiculous amounts so I could fly from Wellington to Auckland in the space of 3 hours. I think I arrived there, and dealing with her crisis. So when we're looking at the idea of the unknown and also the importance of support, emotional support around you, these are important things to consider. I must say that my good friends around me rallied and supported and took a lot of pressure away from me just because they were there and able to lend a kind ear. So when we're looking at the idea of supportive friends and people you can lean into when you're having a bit of a hard time, I think it's important to have that kind of community around us. Many years ago, I would have just introverted myself into a very private space and no one would have known what was going on for me. And I've learned over the years that that is not the best path. So I do invite you, if you are a little bit introverted, to sort of look at those core friendships that maybe you could water a little bit more often. So if there are those tough times in your life, you can lean into those friendships when you need it. A problem shared is a problem halved. And I totally, live by that. When we're thinking about stress, often it affects our sleep patterns, how we're eating, what we're doing in the way of just our self-regulation. And adrenals, are pumping. Doing breathing exercises, going for a walk, having some quiet time, just coming off any device and just sitting and being. Let yourself process. These are the things that I know have been really important for me. So coming back and just preparing some lunch, whether it's just a soup, something simple, and just being quiet and just having that single pointed attention as you're going through and just looking after yourself. A lot of times in the world of gadgets, we might want to disappear into a YouTube video or on Facebook or something else, and it kind of fills our mind, it distracts. But when we're dealing with extreme stressful times, I do think that coming into stillness and having a little bit of quality time just by yourself to process what's really going on is essential. Okay. And we don't do that enough. We don't do that enough. So over the time that I was away for 3 weeks, I didn't listen to any music. I really pared things down and made sure that I got out and walked up the road and just kind of had some space for me. And that was a big part of just keeping that basic sort of equilibrium. Why I'm talking about this is I think it started to dawn on me of how many people might have a mother or father who suddenly needs to be taken care of in a new way, and not giving away too many personal details, things like wills and power of attorney, all of these things that if they're not put in place at some point, they can make it extremely difficult to deal with your loved one and their needs and advocate for them. These are things that I've kind of had to learn along the way and put in place through my own recent journey with my mum. She's nearly 90, so, she's had a good life, and it's just about making sure she is comfortable, she is safe, she's looked after in a place that has heart, and just trusting the process. Along the way, though, I had some amazing, wonderful people come into my atmosphere to help me and support me, strangers that I'd never met before. The odd moment where you start a conversation in a lift and it lingers a little longer, and then you hug each other for support. And it's just like one stranger to another in a really difficult time, coming together and supporting one another. Those are those things that I think really show off the best of humanity. I think we have shared struggles in different points in our life, and people can acknowledge and understand what's going on for you. And I find that really healing and really wonderful. It touches my heart to know that there are other people who aren't just blinkered in their own world. They're sort of open, even in the hard times, to connecting with others as well. I wanted to also talk about the idea of self-hypnosis. So one of the wonderful things that happened was I was able to share some of the recordings that I actually uploaded in the last couple of weeks with my mum while she was in the hospital, and I'd plug them in and she would listen to them, and I'd just sit there and I'd go through that as well. And I think meditation or guided hypnotic journeys are very therapeutic for our central nervous system. So in times of great stress, I can't push that more. It is a powerful tool to be able to just slow down and do some reflection work, go through a guided journey, and find some peace in that. Over the last 3 weeks, I have uploaded some historical recordings that I did. One was from a meditation retreat, and another one was from an art exhibition that I held around the lotus flowers, and another one was a piece that I produced in 2006, so quite a few years ago. It has reference to CD there. This is how long ago that was. And that was a nice little long journey of memory lane for me, and I thought it would be nice to just share that and put that out there into the world. So I hope you have enjoyed those that have still tuned in. But I'm back in Wellington and going to be doing more and more of these talk times. So I hope you've enjoyed this one as a reflection on maybe how you might deal with extreme stress and what sort of things that you want to put in place, even though you can't always project what's going to happen when that phone call comes in or whatever else goes on in your life. Often you've got to think, how do you look after you? So, making sure you get nutritious, easy, simple food. I got a whole lot of different soups, and easy to heat and eat, but really, really healthy options. Lots of juices, vegetable juices and things like that, and chia seeds, and the stuff that helps build and sustain your immune system. These are the things, baseline things, going to sleep on time. If you are having a bit of a jolted night, how do you care for yourself? just taking it easy, pacing. These are the things that I invite people to think about. If you have gone through your own personal stress and you can relate to what I'm sharing, please comment below. It's nice to sort of share what's gone on for us and to feel like we're in a society that cares. So thank you for tuning in. If you're interested in learning to become a hypnotherapist, you can visit the NZACH.ac.nz site. And there, if you want to have a discovery call and talk about what it is to be a student and about the 18 modules and so on, feel free to book a call with me. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today. Ka kite. Bye for now.